Okay, now we are going to study about resolving vectors. Sorry, uh, resolving vectors. Okay, you can resolve a given vector. This is your vector. This is your vector. You can resolve him on x-axis, which is your horizontal, and you can resolve him vertical. Let us say this is f. Let us call this as fx, and let us call this as fy. Okay, if I am given that this angle is theta, I can use sine theta, which is opposite by hypotenuse, which is equal to opposite of theta is this one. So let's say we put a line here and then we will put another one here. So this is parallel to fy. Okay, so opposite is nothing but fy by hypotenuse. This one is your f, which means therefore now I can write fy is equal to f sine theta. So let's say I wrote one of the components. Let's say I wrote one of the components here. Okay, I can also write now cos theta, which is adjacent by hypotenuse. Adjacent here is this one. This was opposite and this is adjacent. So it is nothing but fx by again f, which means I can write fx is equal to f cos theta. So this means I have one which is your vertical component. This was in this case vertical component, and I had one here which is your horizontal component. Okay, if I want to find the resultant vector for both, if I need the resultant, then all I have to do is f, which is equal to f x square plus f y square. This is simple to understand because you have one like this and you have one like this, which is your fy, which is your vertical. Okay, and you have one here which is your fx, and this one is the resultant. This one is the resultant. This one is the resultant. Okay, and this is this. Let us do one question here. Let's say one example. Okay, one example. Let us do. Say there is graph and you have two forces acting this side and acting this side. Okay, this is acting at 30 degree, this is acting at, let's say, 60 degree. Okay, this is 20 Newton and this is, let's say, 40 Newton. We are going to find the resultant vector. resultant. What is the resultant? Let's start. I have to resolve this one first. So I have to convert this fellow here as your 20 cos 30, right? And I have to write this one here as 20 sin 30. Okay, same I have to write this one here as 40 sin 60, and I have to write this one here as 40 cos 60. Why are we doing that now? Why are we doing this? See, it's simple. For 30, this is the adjacent, so cos. Okay, for 30, this is the vertical, so sine. Same with this 60. With 60, this is the adjacent side, so cos. Whereas this is the opposite of the angle. See, opposite of the angle is this one, which is parallel to this one, so sine. Okay, now we have to resolve this top and bottom. So we are going to get something like this. We are going to get something like this, and this will be your value of 20 times sine 30, which is half. This is going to be your 20 cos 30, which is root 3 by 2. This is going to be 40 sine 60, which is half, sorry, root 3 by 2. This is 40 cos 60, which is half. Okay, so this means I have to still go down another step. So I go to the next step. Now I will write this up. Okay, I'm going to again write this here, and this should be the final one. So this is 10 Newton, this is 20 Newton, this is, let's say, something like 2, so it will be 10, approximately it is 17.3 Newton. This is 2 and 20, so approximately, say, let us say 17 times 2, so 34.6 Newton. 34.6 Newton. Now this is bigger than this, right? So you are going to get again 2 more. This time you are going to get one this side, which will be your 34.6 minus 17.3. Okay, and you are going to get one down, which will be 20 minus 10. Now this answer will give you approximately 17.3. Okay, and this will give you 10 Newton. So the ultimate resultant will be equal to, you have to put the square root, 17.3 square plus your 10 square. Okay, so if I have to solve this question, I will just use my calculator. So I will get the answer of resultant as 17.3, so it should be 17.3 square. Okay, and then plus 10 square, which is 100. Okay, that is 19.98 Newton. So this is how you get your resultant. Okay, this was just a stage 1 question. Okay, we will do another one. Now we will continue with this in the part 2, where we will solve some questions, some critical questions on this. Okay, thank you very much for this part.